So here's the deal, guys. I have gotten a lot of books over the past like 6 years, which is great. But I can't read all of them. My book taste in 2013 has drastically changed now that I'm 21 and not 16. No, I'm not 21. I'm 22. Wow. Okay, hello. So what I'm gonna do is donate some books that I don't want anymore, or that I will never read, basically. What I usually do with unhauls is I let my friends who live in the area that read go through them first, and then whatever they don't want goes to Goodwill. We're gonna start with this little pile that you can't see. Let's just do this. So far this isn't going to plan. Okay, so the first book that I'm going to be unhauling is I Was Here by Gail Forman. I got this probably in like 2014, 2015 when If I Stay was like the biggest thing on BookTube back when the movie was coming out. And I love that duology, by the way, and I'm still waiting for the sequel movie because we have the sequel book, so where's the adaptation? I picked this one up on Amazon probably, and honestly, I've never read it, and I've had it for like 5 years, and so if I haven't read it in 5 years, I'm probably never gonna get to it. So into the bin you go. So the only two maybes that I picked out of this little pile were The Running Dream by Wendelin Van Dranen and A Fire and Stars by Audrey Colthurst. I've tried Fire and Stars, but I couldn't get more than like 20 pages into it. But I love fantasy and I love this concept, so I kind of want to give it another shot, so I think I'm going to keep it around. Now we're on to the TBR cart, which, this thing is packed with books. So I guess I will start from the top and work my way down to the bottom. Okay, right away these two are going. So this is Secret Lies and Scandals by Amanda K. Morgan and The Edge of Everything by Jeff Giles. Both of these, I read this one like 2 years ago. This one I tried to read like during last semester. Both I couldn't get into. I got a pretty good chunk, like 200 pages maybe into this book. These are labeled by genre and how many are in that genre, so obviously these are now irrelevant to me. Okay, so this one is The Epic Adventures of Lydia Bennet by Kate Roderick and Rachel Kiley. If you've seen the Lizzie Bennet Diaries on YouTube, this is like a companion novel to that, and I was so into Lizzie Bennet Diaries in high school, and so I got this book, but I never read it, and it's one of those things where I just don't think I will. Next is 180 Seconds by Jessica Park. This one is a contemporary novel about a girl who gets roped into a social experiment with a complete stranger who happens to be the like hotshot social media star. Very, very cheesy, but I think I might keep it because it gives me Geekerella vibes, and I loved Geekerella. Okay, so the only book in the next section I'm going to be unhauling is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I know everybody seems to really like this book, but it's just one of the ones where I just haven't picked it up, and I'm just convinced that I'm probably never going to. Are The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. This is a contemporary novel that talks about trauma and sexual assault, I believe, and it seems I've always wanted to read deeper books like this, but I just don't feel like I will ever get around to this one, so I'm going to be unhauling it. I'm unhauling The Foxhole Court by Nora Skavik. I tried to read this, and Tumblr is so into it, and everyone I know is into it, and I just don't know why. Because I got like 2 chapters in and I just couldn't do it. And it's really unlike me to not like a hyped book. Is that weird to say? It feels like I haven't unhauled a single book. This is not working well for me. Alright. books that I'm going to be unhauling are Gone by Michael Grant. This is basically a novel that was really popular years ago. It basically means all the adults just vanish and it's just kids that are left on the planet. And it seems like a really interesting concept, but it's one of those things where I haven't read it yet, so I probably never will. So, into the bin. Then I have Uglies and Pretties by Scott Westerfield. Again, this is one I got way back in 2014. It's like a bundle. It's got both books in one. And yeah, I'm just probably not gonna read it. There's no explanation for that. This is why I haven't bought like a single book this year, because of all these. It's ridiculous how many that I have to read. So, you know, Another section of books that I will not be reading. My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. This was obviously a movie, and yeah, I just honestly learned about the ending of the book and it's different from the movie and I just don't want to read it, so into the bin. Next is Nameless at the Tale of Beauty and Madness by Lily St. Croix. I'm pretty sure this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I thought it was, but either way, I don't think I'm ever going to read it. Next is Winter Song by S.J. Jones, another book that I'm not going to read. It's a fantasy novel about goblins and goblin kings, and it's just, again, something that I'm not going to pick up anytime soon. Next is The Golden Braid by Melanie Dickerson. This is a Rapunzel retelling that, again, I'm just not really planning on getting to. And then I have three more adaptations, Spectacular Now, I Am Number 4, and Warm Bodies. These are just books that I've had forever that, like, I'm just not going to read. So, like, there's no real explanation, just that I don't want to read them. So, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piles of books I'm keeping. And then my pile of maybes. These are 2 Peter Pan retellings, I think, that I'm probably not going to read. Okay, Across the Universe by Beth Revis. This was really popular a long time ago, and I do want to read it, but it reminds me a lot of Illuminae. And I know this came out first, but I just don't think I can read this without being so influenced by Illuminae, which is a trilogy I love so much, and it could end up being completely different. I don't know. Next is Anomalies by Sadie Turner and Colette Friedman. I just have too many dystopian books that I need to read. And yeah, is that bad that I'm just putting these in here because I just know that I'm not going to get to them? These are like mental health books that I've kept for a while. I haven't been able to read them because they're triggering, and I don't think I'd be triggered by them anymore. But I think because I waited so long, I'm just not interested anymore. So, into the bin. How many books are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. There's 25 books in here. Woo! Which means now, I gotta reorganize this bad boy. Oh my god. How many? This is ridiculous. I have a problem. Why didn't anyone stop me when I was, 2014, 2015 booktube? Oh man. Don't deny it. We were all buying books like crazy. Like, let's be honest. That was the big time for booktube. Don't even deny it. You know I'm right. If you were on booktube during that time period, you own a lot of books you haven't read, and that's the tea. That's not saying it's a bad thing. For me, it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing for everyone. I'm just saying, I feel your pain. Okay, it's already significantly less because we haven't even reached the top shelf yet. So that's a good sign. 49. Hoi! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 61, sorry. But, you guys, there's one whole empty row. Oh, not including the pile of books that didn't fit in here. So it feels like I did absolutely nothing, and maybe I'll go through this again in a few days. So we have 25 books in the bin, 61 books here that I haven't read. That's not ideal. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, let me know, do you guys have like a policy for how long you keep books that you haven't read, or not? Like, what's the deal? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!